Hello everyone, it's Tammy Wilgenbush with Card Designs by Tammy. Today I am going to be featuring a new suite that is in the annual catalog, which came out May 3rd and goes through next April. And so what we're going to be featuring is the Happiness of Hues set. And I am in love with this set. I love the colors. I always love flowers. For anyone who knows me, I actually try to get away from flower stamp sets because I like flowers so much. And I know not everybody does, but it comes with a wonderful stamp set and a die set. And then if you get the suite, so the stamp set and die set come in a bundle, or you can get the suite, which does include a set of designer series paper and a set of glassy dot assortments, which are just beautiful. I don't know if you can see the shimmer, but they are gorgeous. And the colors are Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo, Daffodil Delight, and Pool Party. And so in these dots are just gorgeous. I love them. So let me go ahead and show you the set, and then I will show you some of the cards that I've made with them, and we'll make one today. So this is the Happiness Abound stamp set. You can see it comes with several flowers and leaves, several sentiments, sending many thanks for all you do, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine, congratulations friend, best wishes, happy birthday, you're wonderful in every way. And then, like I said, it comes with some dies, and I really like the dies. So it has framelits that will cut out all of these images, and I'll show you another neat trick with the designer series paper. But then it also has these two border dies. This one is really cool. It looks basically like torn paper from a notebook, which I just love that look. And this one is another one, and I will show it to you in a card that I made. And this is a really fun one. So this kind of makes a background, and so it's like you can punch out the background on a piece of paper and just add some different designs to it. And again, I'll show you some cards with it. I love that look. It is so cute and unique. So let me show you some of the designer series, or the designer series paper. So it comes with 12 by 12 sheets of paper. So there's 6 designs, and you get 2 each of the double-sided design. So here is one, and you can see the hues of color, and all of them are kind of like that, where they just have blends of color through them and take you through kind of a color spectrum, which I think is just really neat. And then there's this one. And then again, just taking you through all those different hues of color. And there's this one, and then just a fun design, Night of Navy. And then there's, again, this one, and again, a little bit different of the hues, but more the yellows, the greens, the blues. And then these last 2 pages are awesome. Number one, they're very pretty, and they take you, again, through all of the major colors. But then the backs are also really pretty and take you through different shades of hues. And so honestly, I love these pages, but something that is so fun with these is that these shapes here coordinate with the dies. So you can line up, and I forget there's a certain way, yep, just like that. So you can just put these on here, and you can die cut them out, and then you get all of these different cutouts. And so since the stamp sets of these are lined, you could color them in, which makes wonderful designs. But honestly, I got all of these I put them in these little bags but these are all of the different types of, you know, flowers that I got out of 2 pages. And honestly, this will make tons of cards. And so that is just one thing that I love about Stampin' Up. When you, especially when you have really pretty papers like this, you can, you know, cut out the paper and it gives you such a wide variety of things to use. And so it is really, really fun. And so I cut up 2 papers, and then I saved 2 papers, and I probably will try to use these sides because I love these sides too. So I just tell you, I just love the papers. I love the colors together. I love the flowers. I love how it coordinates with the dies and the stamp sets. It's just awesome. So let me show you some of the cards I made and show you some of the pieces in action. So here you can see I used the glass enamel dots and one of those flowers and just kind of made, and then that's what it looked, that big image looks like stamped. So that is one of them that I made. And I actually will be putting together a tutorial of these, so you can absolutely, that I will have for sale on my Etsy. So if you want these, the 5 cards that I show you and the one that we make, I will be doing a step-by-step tutorial. So this is another one. You can see this paper here, this edge die here. And the fun thing about those designer series paper is even these ones that are cut off, you will see I still cut some of those off and I use them on some of the cards. And if you just put them right up to the corner, then you don't waste anything. So yeah, and I'll be honest, I have several, well, my baby, my youngest daughter, actually graduated May 26th. So when I'm filming this, it was just last night, but probably won't be uploaded for a while. But anyway, so I have several graduation of her friends' graduation cards. And so I really like these. I think I'm going to use a lot of these for their graduation cards just because I just love this set so much. So here is another one, and here you can see, again, this one I used all of those, you know, kind of cut off flowers and just kind of made a border with it, and then I used that really pretty die in the middle there, and you can just see the background paper coming through. I just love it. I love that look. It is so pretty. And then again, on all of these, I use those glass enamel dots because they're just so shimmery and pretty. So there's that card. And let me see. I think this is the last card I have to show you. So that was 4. So this is a 5th one. And again, oops, this one goes this way. So again, you can see where this time I have the gorgeous grape, and I again cut out that background and popped it up on dimensional. So again, you can see that background coming through just slightly, and then again, those beautiful flowers, and I used some fresh freesia ribbon, and again, those gorgeous grape dots, and then it opens up this way. So very fun, easy cards. And again, I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. So, oops, I'm sorry, I know I do have one more. Didn't think that was all of them. So here is the last one. So this one is kind of a fun fold. And so kind of opens up like that. But again, uses several of those different flowers that you can see there. And for these, I actually used the ocean, I can't remember what they called, but the Waves of Inspiration was a limited edition set that came out. And so I used the Night of Navy from those. For this card. And here you can see this is that other border die there. So you can see how it kind of just makes, again, another little fun accent down on the border. So I think I showed you most of the pieces in action and everything with those cards. But let me show you what we're going to be making today. This is just a fun and honestly very easy card that we're going to make today. So we're going to be making this one. And so I am changing up the colors and everything though, because I wanted to try to use some of the pretty pool party. And again, since these are photopolymers, when I do my stamping, I am going to use my cushion to help with that. But like I said, I wanted to kind of use some of the different papers. And so for these, I used one of the hues with the pinks and the yellow. And honestly, I didn't have any more of this, so I used this one instead and changed it up to a pool party base. So this is a standard base at 5.5 by 8.5. Yes, 8.5 inches, scored at 4.25 to make just a standard card base. And what else I have on here? I have a piece of basic white that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I have a designer series paper that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So the white, basic white, is just 1/8 of an inch larger than the designer series paper. The final piece I have is I have another piece of basic white that started out as 3 inches by 4 1/4. And then I used this border die up at the top. So you can see that fun element there. Something else we're going to do with this is we are going to cut this at an angle. And so, again, I already die cut it just to save time. So to cut it at an angle, the easiest way for me to do it is to just measure up one side. And the last one I did at 1.5 inches. And I'm actually going to try, I think it was 1.5 inches. Yeah, about, or 1.25 inches. So this time we're just going to do it at 1 inch. And so I'm just going to take a pencil and just lightly mark at 1 inch. And then I'm going to grab my paper cutter here. And what I'm going to do is line up that pencil mark on one side and then the corner on the other side. And so I'll line those up with the track where the blade goes. And then we just cut it off. And that's how you get just a nice little angle. So you wouldn't have to measure if you didn't want to, honestly, but since I was doing a tutorial, I wanted to make sure to get people kind of the measurement so that it looks fairly close. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and put everything together. And then we will do, there's not a lot of stamping, but we will do the little bit of stamping that we're, well, actually, let's go ahead and do the stamping first. I forgot. I do want to put the congratulations down in the bottom before I put everything else up here. So for the words, I am using Memento Black. And let me grab that. And so then, like I said, I have the congratulations. Again, I think this is going to be a graduation card. And then we're just going to kind of line it up at the bottom there. There we go. And that's just such a pretty font. I just love that font. And then you could put words on the inside as well. I am not going to right now, but the one that I was thinking would make a really good one for, again, like a graduation, is wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. So I'm going to put that one on the inside of the ones that I'm giving for graduation gifts, because I think that that would look really nice. So while I have the ink and stuff out, I am going to ink the inside of the card, or stamp the inside of the card, as well as the envelope. And I am using Pool Party to match the background. And so I'm going to use the larger flower. I just really like the larger flower. You could definitely use the smaller flowers on the inside, but I just like to have a little bit something that's bigger and bold on the inside and on the envelope. So, and especially with this light color, I want to give it a nice, real even, hard press to make sure that all the ink transfers. And that's just a really pretty stamp. And again, you could do this in Memento Black, stamp in Memento Black, and then color it in. I have all my blends. I could do that. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of coloring. I just never feel like I can do it very well. So I think I need to gain a little bit more confidence in that, but that's okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to put one of the nice big flowers again on the outside of the envelope. So there we go, and that is all of the ink I need. So I'm going to close it up and get it out of the way. So now I'm going to start putting everything together. I told you this is just a really simple, easy card, but very pretty. And this Happiness Abounds, or Hues of Happiness is the name of the suite, is just wonderful. It just makes gorgeous cards. It is so, so, so pretty. I really fell in love with the colors and everything the minute that I saw it. So I couldn't wait to start playing with it. I've actually had it for a little bit and am just now starting to play with it, because I'm just now kind of getting through some of my other stamp sets. I try to showcase all the stamp sets, but it's so hard to get through them all. Find the time to craft and stamp, but it is so, so much fun to do. Okay, so I just layered that on the white, which again, I did not do on the sample card, but just thought that with the blue, I just wanted something to help that stand out just a tiny bit more. So I decided to matte that designer series paper in white. And let me put this on here. Again, get it kind of all even, and then glue it down. And of course, those of you who have watched me before know that I like the green glue, because it does give you a little wiggle room when putting things together. So there we go. Okay, so now we are going to just put this on here, and we are actually going to adhere this with dimensionals, but let's layer these on here first. And again, you could layer whichever of these flowers that you wanted. You could do more than one. I just want to do something nice and simple. And let me grab my dimensionals. This has a little bit more dimensionals than I often do. Usually I don't put dimensionals, like 2 layers of dimensionals. This one does have 2 layers of dimensionals. So, but that is okay. I'm okay with extra dimensionals sometimes. I still think it'll go through the mail just fine. So put that in there. And then I will throw a dimensional. Actually, I'm going to use some mini dimensionals on here. There. And get those off. And then just kind of take this and tuck it right. Oops, come on. I want to get it kind of in there good. And hopefully, oops, is it coming up against, might be, oh yeah, it's coming up against a dimensional there. So let me try there. There we go. Just how to adjust it a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to take some twine and this is just standard baker's twine, or yeah, I think it's called baker's twine. Or maybe it's just linen twine. Might be linen twine or linen thread. Whatever. It's just a nice neutral thread. I really like it for things. And I like to double it up when I tie it in a knot just to give it a little bit extra bulk, just because it is so thin. But it's nice. It lays flat, which I like for cards, but it does just kind of give it a little bit something, another little element to it. Okay, let me, oops, get these down. There we go. Okay. Take a little bit of time to adjust, get the bows just right. I like them a little bit small, but want to make sure they're good and tight. And then snip off the ends. There, and grab a nice glue dot. And I'm actually going to take the glue dot, there it is, and I'm going to kind of roll it up a little bit. And then we just put it right on the back there and put it, let's see, just about right there. Let me try to get it to lay good. There we go. Oh, perfect. Very nice. And now I get to take some of these beautiful sparkly pool party gems. It's kind of why I wanted to use the pool party paper, because I have all these pool party gems. I've used some of the other gems, but it's like, okay, I want to use these pool party ones. Okay, come on. See if I can get it. There we go. And I'm just going to use the big ones here. If I can get him. There, and one more. And let's do right there. Very pretty. Those gems are just so, there's just something, they're faceted in there or something, and they're very pretty. Okay, let's get some dimensionals. Again, I don't often do 2 layers of dimensionals, but I just really wanted to today, so I'm going to. Okay, and there we go. I'm not going to do one in the middle because all the other dimensionals are in the middle, so that will actually help with the bulk, because then it'll go down a little bit more in the middle and lay a little bit flatter. When I mail this if I mail this through the mail, I might just give it to somebody, who knows? And let me try to line that up. There we go. And now we just put this on the inside, and then I have some designer series paper for the envelope, because I like to not only stamp the envelope, but put on designer series paper when I have paper to use. And there's that card. And let me get this, and then we're all done. So a nice, simple, easy, beautiful card. I think if anybody likes flowers, is looking for really fun, easy cards, the Hues of Happiness is a stamp set that it is definitely the way to go. It is a wonderful, beautiful stamp set, and all the elements that go with it are really, really nice as well. All right, so we just put that on, and then I just trim off the edges. And so for those of you, when you do paper, I usually cut my paper to 6 inches in length, and then it kind of depends on your envelope. So these envelopes that I get, the flap is exactly 2 inches. So it's easy for me to just cut the designer series paper 2 inches by 6 inches, and then I put it on. But when I use other envelope, sometimes I have to cut it a little bit bigger than that, and so sometimes I have to use like 3 inches, and then you just trim off the excess. But it's one reason, honestly, that I really like these envelopes that I use. They aren't Stampin' Up. I do love Stampin' Up envelopes. They are so pretty, but these are easier for me to put this designer series paper on, so that's why I use those. So here you go, a very pretty card. So again, using this as a template, looks a little bit different, but same sort of template. So yeah, so here are all the pretty cards again that I made using the Hues of Happiness bundle. Really, really beautiful bundle. I think anybody would enjoy it. Has lots of really fun elements with the border dies and this background die, and the paper is absolutely gorgeous. And the fact that you can cut out the paper with the dies, and it just gives you so many fun options. And you can see that I used the cutout flowers on all of these cards, and I still have tons left. So it just really will make lots and lots of really beautiful cards. So I hope that you enjoyed the video and enjoyed seeing the Hues of Happiness bundle. And if you need anything, need help ordering it, my information is below. Again, I will have a tutorial of these cards for sale that you can get below. And if you need anything, please reach out. Please hit the subscribe and like button. And thank you so much for watching.